Shalom, shalom, Israel. I want to start by giving all glory and praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, QADASH. And the brother I'm for down Tempe, Florida, from the camp represent Babylon. Come with another quick hit to the spirit power by YAHAWASHI. Lord willing to edify and feed the sheep. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, teach you well. Peace and blessings to the brothers who are pushing this work in true sincerity to this gathered abroad. All right, and I wanted to go into a lesson. All right, the spirit was on me going into this lesson entitled, all right, all odds are against you. Okay, us, all right, us brothers. It says, but we shall prevail. Right, all right, we shall prevail. All right, through the spirit and power of YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. All right, because the things that we are, are battling, all right, daily, are going through, daily here in this place, in this wicked kingdom, an average person won't be able to handle, man, or deal with, or suffer. All right, we are suffering these things for YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, to Lord willing, Abba Zah, receive salvation, okay, to be delivered from this hellhole that we are, stationed here, okay, within these corruptible flesh, man. Okay, all odds are against us. Now I looked up the phrase of a saying of that word, all odds is against us. Okay, and it says, let's read it. It says the phrase, all odds are against you, means that it is unlikely you will succeed because the circumstances are not in your favor. All right, and it is set up that way for us to look like, all odds are against us. All right, but we know this thing is truly rigged. All right, through the spirit power by Shai for his elect. All right, as we hope to be the elect. We know that the elect already have this W, all right, within this movie that is being played out right now, right before our eyes. Okay, each chapter that's being flipped within this movie, man. Okay, within this book, all right, you have it where the Lord's elect men, all right, is prevailing more and more. Okay, as you see the scriptures come to life, as prophecies being more vivid. Okay, you have it where these things are showing, all right, more and more that YAHAWAH Shai is on our side. Okay, because now in these times you see that how that these elites, all right, these demons, all right, and so forth, all right, of these evil forces that's being pushed forward, all right, are seeming to reach their high peak. It is still crumbling, all right, within their own system. Okay, and we are being able to taking in the destruction that's coming to this kingdom, all right, by bringing this word out, by doing these lessons, all right, fasting and praying, doing what we have to do. All right, we are bringing down this stronghold, this kingdom that was ruling for so long. Okay, through the spirit and power of Shai. All right, but once again, in the midst of this, it is meant to look like we are taking the L. Okay, and the phrase is, all odds are against you, means that it is unlikely you will succeed. Okay, because the circumstance are not in your favor. All right, and all right, I wanted to grab a couple scriptures, just going into why this seems, all right, to be, all right, the case, all right, that these things are not in our favor, all right, which we know YAHAWAH Shai is, all right, with us, man. All right, but to the naked eye of these people, all right, who are not able to see these things spiritually, all right, they can look like these guys. Look at these guys, how they're supposed to be delivered, how they're supposed to get out of here. How are you gonna escape this? Because we still look like how we are. We still are going through what we're going through, but the Lord is going to flip the script on these people, man, and He's going to deliver brothers. He's going to come through for brothers, okay, in a fashionable time, all right. But it's going to look like it's looking bad on our ends, because what, on this side you got demons attacking brothers, all right. You got people who have spirits, those demonic evil spirits hopping on them, okay, attacking brothers, all right. You got you got people that might be a co-worker, your job, all right, talking crap about you, trying to get you fired. You might be in circumstances where your living circumstances might be just completely jacked up, finances all jacked up, you know, and you're just dealing with all these things. It's all set up to make it look like we are to lose in this thing, man. All right, but we know the scripture says the meek shall inherit the earth. All right, thus is the scripture, man. Okay, the meek shall inherit the earth. All right, but we know that being in this, faith, man. All right, it's gonna be, trials and tribulations leading up to that deliverance, man. Okay, that major deliverance, man, for the elect and those who truly believe. Okay, in truth and sincerity. All right, and you have it right here. It says, I'm gonna grab this right here real quick. Isaiah 59:15. It says, yea, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. And the Lord YAHAWASHI saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. All right, and it said, he that parted from evil, okay, he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. And that's is why, all right, we are looked at as the odds are against us, okay, or against you, because what? We are fighting to be in righteousness, man. Okay, we're fighting to be in the right state of mind, and where all wickedness is flourishing, man. All right, you got all these people who are, being driven by their lust desires, okay, their lustful desires, or being driven by, whatever this flesh that, grieves for. All right, that's gravitating towards. We're afflicting ourselves in these times. Okay, we're resisting these things, okay, to the best of our abilities, and it's going to make it where on that left hand side, demons are going to amplify, okay, on the left hand side to attack you, okay, because what you are fighting to be in a righteous state of mind. All right, applying the scripture to the best of your ability, and this is all leading up to where you have where demons are hopping on these individuals, man, which we know, and sometimes even have to remind ourselves, okay, through the spirit power by BAHASHAM, like, hey, you see an individual walking down the street, and all of a sudden he's, he start talking crazy about you, start, calling you crazy, all right, because you on the corners and you telling them the truth, man, just dealing with these demons on a daily basis. It's just amplifying because these people have no clue, all right, of the things that you're truly fighting for. Okay, so on that left hand side, those things are amplifying, all right, and attacking you, okay, for the sincereness you have within your heart, okay, for the dedication that you have within your spirit, all right, that discipline, that diligence, seeking the YAHAWASHI. These demons are out to get you, all right, on a daily basis, man. Even when you're sleeping, all right, getting rest, brothers are constantly fighting, all right, get to the point, all right, because what you have those on the left hand side working even 10 times harder to make sure that you won't accomplish those things that is needful for the spirit. Scripture says, though the outward man perished, the inward man is renewed day by day. Okay, and this is why it's meant to, to others that, can see it with not a spiritual eye, all right, but see it as from the carnal view, looking at it, all the things that brothers go through, like we just got misfortune at this point. You ain't got this, you riding a Hebrew bill, okay, the Hebrew bill, you barely, got it for yourself to, take care of your, financial problems, you barely got it to get it from here from A to B. These people make fun of us, man. They mock and scoff, all right, they talk bad about us, but the whole time YAHAWASHI has something in store for his men, and we get that comfort through these scriptures, man. All right, Another scripture that reminds me of that, that all eyes are against us. Is let me grab it. In the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 12, says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." That's right. Okay, because we're constantly, battling these demons, these things that the eye can't see. Okay, you got demons all around you, trying to put evil thoughts in your mind, wicked thoughts in your mind. All right, trying to get you to do certain things that you wouldn't really do. All right, the flesh having its, fleshly desires. You brothers know, man. All right, the daily situations that we go through. All right, it's because of what? You got demons on the left-hand side. All right, that's being worked on, man. These witches and warlocks. All right, these enchantments that's being sent forth. All these things that people are not noticing, but being ignorant to. We notice it through the spirit power of BAHASHAM outside. Okay, these higher elite banking families just overseas, just sitting out all kinds of ritual enchantments, man. We battling these things, man. All right, it's why these people can't see a kingdom being established. All right, right before them, man, through the spirit power of BAHASHAM outside. That's why these people can't see rulership. Even our own people, man. All right, they can't see past the nigga average day in the hood. All right, they can't see past the average Keisha, all right, sleeping with multiple men. All right, living an adulterous life. It's all our people are surrounded by, because you have these high level warlocks. Okay, doing their thing on the left hand side. All right, this is why these people are still asleep. These so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, our people are still asleep, man. All right, but the Lord is making that, transition of power, man. Establishing a righteous kingdom, and He's doing that and ushering that through His men. Okay, it's on the corners of every corner that you see in this place, man. All right, throughout the four corners of this earth. You got every brother that's out there pushing this work in a true sincerity. All right? Through the spirit and power of BAHASHAM outside, starting with the elders and apostles, great MILLSTONE. Okay? We put in that work, man. But once again, we're fighting and battling those demons on the left-hand side. That's why these people are looking at it with a carnal eye. All right? And able to talk the way they talk, and treat us how the way they treat us. A woman that you was used to deal with, all right, she talking crazy about you, not even knowing the scripture says, "She that is my enemy shall see it," man. Roughly paraphrasing. All right, she gonna be she gonna be as dung in that day, man. Trodden over, man. These are scriptures that comfort us in the times of our lowliness, man. As we take in it cheerfully, scripture says also, matter of fact, I'll grab it. Let me see. Ecclesiastes, all right, which is known as BARAK, chapter 2, verse 4, it says, "Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take it cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state." Okay, which these things that we are dealing with, okay, is only getting us and preparing us for something greater, man. A greater establishment, okay, that's going to be done, okay, in righteousness, man, through the spirit and power of BAHASHAM outside. We're ushering, okay, in a kingdom that these people will not be able to see until it's all over and destroyed with, man, here in this wicked place, man. Then that's when these people gonna come to terms. When they seeing nukes drop like you seeing over there, Israel and Iran, man, in that war. You're gonna see a lot of people come to reality, have a really a real reality check. Okay. While we over here humbly taking this ass whooping, man, this spiritual ass whooping. Okay, because Lord said what? Proverbs 15, verse 33. Okay. I'm gonna finish reading this up and I'll actually grab that. It says before honor is humility. But it says Ecclesiastes known as RAWCHAA chapter 2 verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, an acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. Okay, so that's what we being put through. At that lower state, we were being put through as like a fire being tried. Okay, or gold being tried in the fire. We're being put through that hell. We're being put through that spiritual furnace, man. Brothers dealing with certain ailments, right? Dealing with some certain type of, conditions, and still finding a way to still serve YAHAWASHI, which is molding us to be as perfect as possible in the eyes of YAHAWASHI, man. You see, the Lord's, He's trimming those things. Okay, that He doesn't want, and it doesn't feel good. You going through that trial. It could be for a few days to weeks, maybe months, who knows, even years, man. But it is pretty much being deteriorated. All right, from off of you. You being washed, being cleansed. All right, that fire that's a purifying agent. It's a purifying the impurities. You see, that's what we going through right now, man. Okay, so hey, keep the faith, keep the confidence, man. Okay, when you see these things and when you're dealing with these things, man, because YAHAWASHI gonna come through for His men. All right. He knows the affliction that He's putting upon us, the chastisement He's putting upon us. Okay, it's for our moral improvement. Preparing us to receive those things that's greater and beyond, all right, of what we see. Okay, here within this flesh and within this, in these mortal bodies, man. You see, we're fighting for to receive those uncorruptible bodies, man. Okay? It says, let me grab that in Proverbs, matter of fact. This is through the Spirit is like, some words of encouragement, man. All right, because you might see these things and be like, yo, these, you see these people that got all this, glamorous and elaborate things, they got nice houses and nice cars. All right, motherfuckers living their life, man, and we suffering, but we suffering for something way greater and far beyond. Are these things that there's nothing completely to YAHAWASHI. These things are nothing, man. But we're suffering for things that is unthinkable, man. Things that we couldn't even think about right now. Okay? We're Scripture says many mansions, man. Okay? YAHAWASHI is far out, man. You can't put YAHAWASHI in a box, man. This thing is extended. Okay? Forever and ever. Forever, ever. But yeah, let's grab this. Proverbs 15, verse 33. It says, the fear of the Lord YAHAWASHI is the instruction of wisdom. So yeah, it starts with that fear. Fearing the Lord, man. Okay? And then comes what? Instruction of wisdom. And before honor is humility. So that humility we're going through, okay, dealing with these people treating us how they treat us. You know, woman, how she treat you. All right. You know, we ain't just putting up with no shit. We ain't just no pushovers, man. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you being, in a state of situation where, woman, not getting with the program, hell no, we ain't with that. Gotta go, on to the next. But, for these women who have, did brothers wrong, they gonna feel it, man. For these people who done tried you at your job, they gonna feel it, man. For the people who done spit and speck and talk, bad about us, okay, mocked and scoffed us while we was out there, throw stuff at you, okay, did things to you. These people gonna feel it, man. Okay, they gonna feel it through YAHAWASHI outside. Okay, the Lord's gonna take vengeance for his men. All right, so these people they gonna wish they never even stepped against brothers, man. They gonna wish they never did anything. And that's what that prevail's gonna come in. Okay, it says, reading that again, Proverbs 15 and verse 33. The fear of the Lord YAHAWASHI is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility. Okay, so before honor is humility, man. All right, now I grab that word prevail. It says, prevail, be successful. It says, have power, be strong. It says, be stronger or more able, have greater power. And that's the power we're coming into, man. Okay, how about YAHAWASHI about to turn it up, man? Brothers about to become, weapons. Okay, to demonstrate that power that YAHAWASHI, told brothers through these scriptures, man, and greater at that. Okay, we're being molded, okay, to be able to have that download within us, so when that power comes and brothers is and be able to be used, as it says, a weapon as a battle axe. Okay, the brothers being used, you gonna be the one to demonstrate that power. We're gonna be able to prevail against our enemies, those who are, did wrong, okay, to us, man. Look down on us. We're gonna show them what that power's like. Our brothers are we be that elect, man. Okay, like the brothers say, true power. Yeah, we're gonna tap into that, man. All right. Those fishers are gonna be turned into hunters. Okay, we're gonna dash our little ones into the stones. Scripture tells us, hey, what? Meditate terror, man. We're gonna meditate terror, and we're gonna be able to go through it. Okay, we're gonna be able to go through with those things that we meditated on for so long. And these people it's gonna be well deserved. Okay, well deserved, man. All right. Those are the things that we're approaching. Times we're approaching, man. Things that we've been meditating and holding dear to. YAHAWASHI is about to, show that he's got us, man, like he's been doing, but on a greater level, on a greater impact. All right, for the lack of better words, man. Scripture says the saints shall take the kingdom. All right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna close it out with that. Let's see. We'll close it out with that. This is the book of Daniel chapter 7 verse 18, and it reads, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever and ever and ever. Okay, so that's what's coming, man. The Lord's elect his men. All right, you brothers is fighting truth and sincerity. Okay, it's been suffering, it's going through what you're going through daily. on a daily basis, okay, the Lord is about to, use brothers, man, to be able to possess these things, all right, and take over. This is what these elites and these devils, man, this is what they fear. Esau, this is what they fear, man. This is what he fear. Brothers tapping into that power, man. All right, we're about to receive that power, man, through the spirit and power of BAHASHAM. We're about to prevail. The meek shall inherit the earth. All right, so Lord, when this lesson was edifying, I'm going to close it out by giving all glory and praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Until next time I say, Shalom.